Friends, today we're going to talk about the SPJ-C, ABB's overcurrent earth fault relay. We'll discuss its configuration and settings and what each element displays. So friends, first we'll talk about the display. The first display reads IL1, right? Then IL2, then IL3, then I0, and then IRF. So friends, IL1 means that if you press here, the first LED will come on. IL1 means the current on the OR phase. It will show here. If you press it again, IL2 will come on. This means the current on the V phase, which is the running current. IL3 means the current on the B phase, which is currently 0 because this relay is not connected to the supply. But you have to assume that it's because it's not connected because so friends, R phase, V phase, B phase, and then if you press I0, the 0, this means the current in the earth. Okay? So we have 4 LEDs, R, Y, B, and earth. All 4 receive current here. Suppose Apple, it's showing 0.50. Multiply that by the city ratio with which this relay is connected. You'll calculate the exact current passing through this relay and get a good idea of the feeder's load. Friends, this IRF shown here means an internal relay failure. If something happens inside the relay, whether it's a hardware or software problem, the red light will glow here. This means the relay is faulty and won't work. Friends, we'll press this button. There are 2 buttons, one for reset and steps, and the other for program. If we need to program something, this program button will be useful. And if we need to take a few steps, go forward, go back, or reset, this black button with the up button will work. To go forward, press and hold. To go back, press and release. Friends. Software setting here is I, meaning the overcurrent setting. After that, it's the time setting for overcurrent. After that, high set. I've explained to you in detail what the high set is. What is high set? I've explained that in detail in my video. So this is the high set D setting, which is 2 times. After that, this is the high set time. T double greater than that, meaning the high set time. And this is its time, 0.04, 40 milliseconds. Or 40 milliseconds. After that, friends, the LED is greater than I0. That means it's in the fold condition. Okay? And after that, its time, meaning the fold time, is given. If you want to change any setting, you need to briefly press the program button, which I just did, and you can change it here. This is for group 1. If I press the up arrow, it'll change it for group 2. But for now, we need to change it for group 1. So, we'll press it again for a while. As soon as we press it, all the numbers will start flickering. Yes, after that, release the program button. Then press the program button again. So your last 5 number will change. If you want to change this, you can change it with the up arrow. I want to keep it at 7. Let's say that setting. Okay. Press the program button again. Then the flickering will start at 0. After that, the next one will start at 0. If you want to change this too, you can do it. If you don't want to, just leave it at 0. Okay. Press it again. As soon as you press it, you can change this point back and forth. Okay. If you don't have to do anything from here, just leave it. If you don't have to do anything, just leave it. And after all the settings have been changed, if you want to save them, you need to first turn off all these flickers and then press these two black buttons together. As soon as I press them, it's saved, and I press the stop button, and then my group 1 will also be turned off, friends. Let's go further. I0 double linear reality. That means this is the high set setting. After that, if we move forward, the high set time has arrived. So the high set time for this is also arrived. So if we want to change this to, we can change it using the program button I just showed you. After that, friends, these DF, SDR, and SDB are all very important settings. Only after programming them will relay work in overcurrent or earth fault. Okay? I've made a separate video for this. You can watch it on my channel. It explains how to activate SDF, SDR, and SDB, and for which settings you need to activate them. But for now, let me show you the basics of how to do it. Let's say I want to change SGF. I briefly pressed the program button and then released it. There are different stages in SDF. Each one has a different use. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which one do you want to keep active? The settings will appear accordingly. Let's say you want to keep stage 1 active. So how do you do the setting? What is stage 1 in SDF? How do I define it? I've made a full video on that. Please watch it on my YouTube channel. Only then will you have a clear picture of what these 3 settings are. After that, if you watch this video, you'll understand it more clearly. So if I want to change the SDF, I'll simply press the program button here for a moment until the status changes. So you'll see that 107 is already flicking here. Again, I need to place it. So this will go all the way from 1 to 8. Here I can only use 1 and 0. 1 means on, and 0 means off. So here this is 1. That means it's on. At 3, that means it's calculated as 0 at 3. It won't calculate it. Do you understand? So this relay will calculate according to what we read. 4, 2, 0, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1 finally. We need to configure 1000 until according to what we want to keep active, and the total comes out will be displayed here. So this also tells you that my 107 is up. That means I have all these functions active. And okay, if we turn it off now, you have to press and hold the program button for a while and then press the top button and they will turn off. You can change your settings in the same way in both SDB and SDR. So we've discussed all these functions on how to change this and that. Let's get it in Viva. Now I want to show you, let's say, if you need to test a relay or tripping test. If you need to test a relay or tripping test, how would you do it? So you need to use this button to zero out all the zeros. First, press. Okay, all the zeros are there. After that, you need to press the bottom program button. As soon as you press the bottom program button, all the zeros will start flickering. After that, you need to press another button. This will cause it to overcurrent, but this pickup will occur. It won't trip. For tripping, you have to use the T button. If you press these 2 buttons here, it will trip for overcurrent to energy. If you skip one and go to the other T double greater than tripping time, Then if you press both buttons simultaneously, it will trip in the high set. If you bring it to the greater than Earth and prof o no panformero soti e presto no kuselas. After that, if you put this on the high set Earth fold and press two buttons together, you will trip in the Earth fold. Dame. You. Okay, now we'll come here. The operation indications are all written here. 1, 2, 3, and so on. So whenever this relay trips, one of these will appear on the screen with a red ray number. Just like I just showed you, one such number will appear. Suppose if it appears like this, you should understand that it is a start. If the number 6 appears, you should understand that it is tripping. Which one? It is tripping in the earth force. If the number 8 appears, you should understand that it is tripping in the high set. So friends, what this tells us is that our one kind of indication is that whenever this relay takes in, what is the relay operating for? So we have to pay attention to 2, 4, 6 quad, 8, 9, and N. I'm repeating again. 2, Benas, 4, 6, 8, and 9 are our overcurrent now. 4 is high set. 6 is for earth force. 8 is for high set earth force. And number 9 is for CV failure. That is LBB. Here, if we want to see the current, whether it has to apply the current, what is the fault, kind of my fault? So for these friends here are 1, number 2, 3, and number 1 gives the R phase current, number 2 gives the Y phase current, number 3 gives the B phase current, and number 7. Yeah. To find out if our relay is operating in the high setting, you need to look at number 6. To find out if our is operating in the high setting, you need to press number 9. So friends, I want to this here inside the relay. I'll press this step button and I'll keep doing this until I get 1. If 1 comes up, either 1 means the R phase current or the Y phase current, and number 2 means the B phase go on with the number 7 means the earth phase current. Now suppose I also want to check if my relay is operating in the high setting. Then for that, if you get 100%, that means it's operating completely in the high side. If it shows 70% or 60% here, means the relay has operated on the high side. No, if you want to check for overcurrent or in an overcurrent or in an overcurrent, then what is the number 5 for overcurrent? Look here, it's number 5. If you see 100 here, that means this relay has completely operated in an overcurrent. But if it shows something else, say 60% or 70%, that means this relay has not operated in an overcurrent. So this is simply a full data, as we can say. Another thing I want to tell you is that NIRI, as I told you about the current of RYB, we can take the current of RYB here. Okay? But if this record comes out, we'll show it later understand that it has just been full and whatever current received, you will find it here. But if I want the pass trigger or the next one, I need to press the Ortorodatum here. If I press it, I'll see a number flickering now. This is my latest record. This is my record. Older than that. This is my record older than that. We can see 7, 8, 9 records here. KD. But yes, there's a drawback with this relay. You won't see the date on which the fault occurred. Or you'll only get a parameter. Yes, this much current is flowing through the R phase. Whenever a relay trips, it will display a trip indication here. You need to check that.
Whenever a relay trip out, you need to see what's mentioned there. It's there.
If the number 9 appears, you need to check if your breaker is experiencing a delay. There's a breaker issue causing the breaker to trip with a delay. The relay is tripping perfectly, but the breaker itself is operating. We call it LBB or CB fail. So the relay guides you in that to room. Okay, friends. I would like to say one thing here. And this is an older version than SPAJ 1440. If you get SPAJ 1403, OBLF is 69 here, then the advantage in this is that this TMS time multiplier setting is big in FIF. Its minimum limit is 0.05 in its minimum limit. We cannot do less than this. 0.05 is its last. We can do beyond this. We can do 6, 7, 8, but we cannot do 432 below 0.05. But if here SPAJ 1440C is 369, then you can do this setting up to 0.02 stirl. So if you want to do minimum setting, then use E369 version so that you can do minimum setting here also. If you have any doubts or queries about this, friends, please share them with me in the comments. Or if you found this video really useful, please share it with your friends and colleagues. Keep learning, keep growing. Keep learning, keep growing. Thank you. Thank you very much.